Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to A Sisters Ramadan. I'm your sister Naima B, Robert, and as always, I am honored that you are joining me today. Now, as I've mentioned before, I am on a mission. I'm on a mission to remind every single one of you to cherish and nurture your loved ones while you still can. None of us is guaranteed tomorrow, so let's not act as if we are. So the central question of this year's show is this: how can we as Muslims, as Muslim women, use this Ramadan to improve our relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with ourselves, and with our loved ones and those around us in this blessed month and beyond? In today's show, we will be looking at your relationship with yourself. If you've ever made Hajj or Umrah, then you will know what it's like to be just one from amongst hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of pilgrims, all in ihram, all going to the same places, all making the same azkar, all treading the same path. So many people, so many souls, so many individual du'as, so many individual situations, every one of them coming from a different country, from a different family, from a different nation. And sometimes in those moments, we can wonder, how significant are we really? Are we not just one of billions on this planet, just a human being like everybody else? And in a sense, we are. We are one of many. But in that moment, when you raise your hands and you make the dua from your heart, whatever it is that you've been carrying, whatever you went there to the Kaaba to pray about, and you raise your hands and you make that dua, you know for a fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears you and hears the dua of every single pilgrim and every single person in this whole world. The hundreds, the thousands, the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, the millions who raise their hands to pray to Him. And so while on the one hand, yes, we are insignificant human beings, the same as everybody else, we are also deeply significant and unique. Every one of you was created unique, with your own characteristics, your own personality, your own strengths, your own weaknesses, and your own path in life. Now, my question to you is, when you look in the mirror and you see the woman looking back at you, every single one of you was created unique, with your own skills, your own talents, your own characteristics, your personality, your strengths and your weaknesses. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed every single one of us, unique and special in our own way. Now, let's reflect on that, because what we know from our deen is that everything that we have as individual people is an amana. So we've been blessed with a heart, a mind, a body, and a soul. And these are trusted to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will be questioned about how we lived this life and how we treated this amana that is our mind, body, and soul. And the reality is, you yourself, you are the only being that accompanies you until your end. You're the only person that accompanies you until the end. So let's just dig a bit deeper and see what it actually means to cherish and nurture and develop a relationship with yourself. Let's look at the mind firstly. As Muslims, the way that we respect ourselves and the way that we develop and nurture a relationship with ourselves and our minds is to seek knowledge, to maintain our pure Islamic belief system, our aqidah, to be constantly learning and improving. We also have a body, which is an amana, is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And a part of nurturing our relationship with ourselves is looking after this amana. So that looks like eating healthfully, maintaining our health and making sure that we look after ourselves, keeping a good appearance. The Sunnah teaches this to us in so many different ways. Another thing that we need to be looking at as well is exercising and staying active and having a healthy lifestyle. And this is an investment in ourselves that pays dividends throughout the rest of our days. In addition to our mind and our body, we also have a soul. And it is upon us to nurture our souls with regular ibadah, istighfar, self-reflection and correction, and self-care and acceptance. And in this way, we build a relationship with ourselves and nurture a relationship with ourselves, which will inshallah allow us to show up so much stronger for all our other relationships in our lives. Now, when it comes to Ramadan, Ramadan again is an amazing opportunity to nurture your relationship with yourself, sis. I'm going to offer you 10 strategies specifically for nurturing and developing your relationship with yourself, because this is a perfect time to take stock and renew your intention when it comes to how you treat yourself, how you commit to looking after yourself and honoring this amana that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. So when it comes to our mind, I would like to invite you to choose a book this month. Choose a book or a course to study. In terms of maintaining our belief and our aqeedah, take some time to just examine the un-Islamic influences around you and actively unplug. In terms of learning and improving, take stock of where you're at and set yourself some targets, some realistic but exciting targets for your own learning and your own improvement. When it comes to your body, let's look at eating healthfully. Let's be mindful of what we're eating for suhoor and iftar. Every morsel of healthy food that you put into your body with the intention of looking after the amana is ibadah for you. So let's do it. In terms of maintaining our health, take some time to detox from other things that may be harming your health. Whatever it is that you may have in terms of addictions, cigarettes, anything like that, let's take time now to detox from those things. In terms of looking after your appearance, sis, take stock. Have you been letting yourself go? Are there small ways in which you could be taking better care of yourself? And although exercise is really a priority in Ramadan, take this opportunity still to stay active, even if it's just for 15 minutes a day. Now, of course, Ramadan is centered around our ibadah, centered around the akhirah. So in terms of your soul, Ramadan is an absolute godsend, because with the regular ibadah, inshallah, you will be polishing your soul and making sure that you maintain that connection. When it comes to istighfar, make the most of every prayer, every dua, every qiyam to seek Allah's forgiveness. In terms of self-correction and reflection, set aside time each day to reflect on the day's activities, your own attitude, your perspective, and take yourself to account before you are taken to account. Take steps to rectify any shortcomings. And when it comes to self-care and acceptance, you know what I'm going to say. Be kind to yourself, sis, and make the decision to be your own best friend, your own cheerleader this Ramadan. And now it's over to you. Your task, as last time, is to take some time to think about how you can nurture your relationship with yourself through your ibadah this Ramadan. Remember our 4 key steps: renewing your intention, slowing down, taking yourself to account, and pressing the reset button. I hope that you can take some time out, get your handbook, and just do a little bit of journaling in order to be able to work through how you are going to actually put these steps into action for yourself. Jazakallahu khairan for joining me for this episode of A Sisters Ramadan. I pray that it was beneficial to you. If you got anything from it, alhamdulillah. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts all our efforts this Ramadan. And If you would love to share what you've taken from this episode, please do tag us on social media at Eman Channel and at Naima B Robert, and make sure you use hashtag Sisters Ramadan. سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت واستغفرك ونتوب إليك. See you in the next episode, where we will be discussing, guess what, your relationship with your spouse, inshallah ta'ala.